O Almighty Creator of the heavens, who revealed thy incarnation by a testimony of a bright star, which seeing the Magi adored thy majesty with offering of gifts in thanksgiving.
Where is the one who has been born King of the Jews? We saw his star when it rose and have come to worship him.
When Herod the king heard this, he was troubled, and all Jerusalem with him. And when he had gathered all the chief priests and scribes of the people together, he inquired of them,
Where will the Messiah be born?
In Bethlehem of Judea. For thus it is written by the prophet, But you, Bethlehem, in the land of Judah, are not the least among the rulers of Judah. For out of you shall come a ruler who will shepherd my people Israel.
I need the three of you to go into Bethlehem and search carefully for the child. As soon as you find him, report to me so that I too may go and worship him.
It is impossible for Matthew to have written his own gospel, simply because Matthew chapter 9 verse 9 is speaking as if someone else wrote it about him. It says, As Jesus passed on from there, he saw a man named Matthew. Anyone can do a quick Google search and learn that an unknown Jew wrote the Gospel of Matthew. I have an upcoming video that will later cover this in addition to the apostles as well. But for now, the verse in Matthew chapter 2 calls them the Wisemen, whereas in other translations they're regarded as the Magi. It wasn't, however, until the 8th century when they came to be known as the three kings named Balthazar, Melchior, and Caspar. To those who may be unfamiliar, the term magi is the prefix for magician because they were master astrologers and sorcerers. This is an invaluable book as it pertains to the law, prayers, and rituals of the three kings, in which many people in Mexico, Spain, Puerto Rico, Argentina, France, Bulgaria, and other places honor them each year on January 6th. Additionally, in the rituals of Christian necromancy, the practitioners write the letters CMB and the calendar year over their doorpost, which to some means Caspar, Melchior, and Balthazar, but to others it represents Christus Mansionum Benedicat, which translates to Christ bless this house. Astrologically, Alice Bailey says, quote, At the time of the birth of Christ, Sirius, the star in the east, was on the meridian line Orion, called the Three Kings by Oriental astronomers, end quote. While many believers hold these three kings in high esteem, their narrative is also veiled in the rites of initiation. To the sincere students of the mysteries, I'd suggest getting a copy of this book. But, as the story goes, the Wisemen brought gifts of gold, frankincense, and myrrh, which Alice Bailey symbolically explained by saying gold is a symbol of the material nature, which must be consecrated to the service of God and man. Frankincense symbolizes the emotional nature, with its aspirations, wishes, and longing, and this aspiration must rise as incense to the feet of God. Incense is also a symbol of purification, of that burning which removes all dross and leaves only the essence for the blessing of God. Myrrh or bitterness relates to the mind. It is through the mind that we suffer as human beings, and the further the race progresses and the more the mind develops, the greater seems the capacity for suffering.